Ant-Man 2015. 2015.
Ah, yeah. It was very well cast.
It was really well cast.
Fuck, I think Michael Douglas rocks.
Wow, it's funny you say that because I actually think he was the weakest one in the whole group.
Okay, we'll have to get back to that because there's a lot to remember right now.
Right, okay. So, you or me?
I'd like to go a bit.
Okay, sure.
Okay, I like the cast.
Mm-hmm.
I like the sequences where this Mexican guy tells the story and everyone speaks and moves their mouth the same way that he talks, and it's really difficult to understand everything. That was a really cool detail.
It was a very good and the system.
That was really funny.
It's a system.
It's funny.
Yeah,
it's true.
It's good.
And I liked very much the humor in it.
Mm.
And it felt, I have to say, as we have previously discussed, which breakup movies are good, or if you have a heartbreak, I have to say this, without, it would cover that because it has enough humor and it ends well.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one more thing, that is, I like that it becomes more meshed up with the rest of the Marvel universe. I like that they make references to Hydra, to the Shield, to Iron Man, and that whole thing.
Stark.
Yeah, in some silly, fucked up way, it kind of makes me feel all warm and fuzzy, like if I'm watching my favorite TV show or something like that. It's like, oh, I know Tony Stark, he's just around the corner.
Yeah.
It's like, it makes me feel safe. And I know it has nothing to do with really feeling safe, but
that's a good part.
I like this kind of family vibe that it gets with all the Marvel stuff.
That was family vibe. And do you know what I really found profoundly gratifying?
No. There's one more thing. Sorry.
Okay.
The mystery.
The mystery.
The mystery of the subatomic.
Yes.
I like that.
I like that too.
Finally, something breaks out. Okay.
We will come back to that.
We have to come back to all this stuff.
Okay. I have to say some other stuff too.
All right.
I mean, we have talked about this before, but it was really, really good. You know, the crook, the really bad guy.
Yeah.
He was a fucking meditator.
Yeah, it's true. Meditator.
Yeah.
Because he was really unstable.
Yeah,
and I mean, if you meditate, you don't become that unstable. If you are unstable, probably. But.
I mean, if you become a crook and you're a meditator, you will be kind of more silent crook, I think.
You'd be a better crook.
Better crook.
Except you'll be so serene because you have meditated so much, so your morale will just change.
Anyway.
And that's the difficult part of being a crook and meditated.
But anyway, it was good. And
yeah,
also
there
was a lot of kind of cross references to actually this whole universe, and it was nice.
Yeah.
So, and I agree with you. I mean, the cast was amazing.
It was really great.
It was really great. The whole way through.
He's really funny, Paul Rudd.
He's really, really funny.
He has this kind of understatement, fun, comic thing.
I love his humor. It's so much. I mean, I felt so much at home with him.
Yes. He's a very funny guy.
Yeah.
With this kind of, you don't really see it, but you sense underneath that there is a guy who can just crack you up.
It's just, yeah, it was good. Okay, then I have to also, then one other thing who really, that was really amazing in this movie. Uh-huh. This is, I think, one of the first movies I've seen where they have used computer technology to the fullest. It was amazing. The scenes in the pipes, and when he got small, and all those details, like you see the dirt getting really, really big, and it's like
and the server breakdown and the whole.
There was some, but I mean, it's more about the normal stuff, like the carpet when he swing into the carpet. That was amazing. I mean, because this is how it was. I mean, this was no kidding. They have actually been down there and kind of created it. Like it is, like real thing. It was real. It was real. It was real. Totally real.
Didn't they just 3D it? The shit.
Don't take me out of my illusions.
Okay.
Anyway, I really loved it, and there was some scenes who was was really, really amazing. Then I have to say, come to the kind of the bad part.
Okay, come with it.
Because all those things were great. It was beautiful. I loved the movie.
Look, there's a little ant.
I will see ants in a totally different light from now on.
Yes.
Well, but what I really have to say here is, and what it was kind of disappointing was there was no fucking story. I mean, they had all this amazing cast, amazing technology, and there was no story at all.
There's a little story.
There was a little story, it's true, and I was looking for it and kind of nursing it and holding on to it, but it was so small. It was like, tiny. It was like Ant-Man tiny.
It was a tiny ant story.
It was a tiny ant story.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe that's why I liked it so much.
It
was tiny.
It's kind of meditating story.
Yeah, it's very simple. You just get the suit from the other guy with the suit.
Yeah, you get the suit from the other guy with the suit.
Easy. Well, that's not easy, but it's simple.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I mean, if we wrote kind of it film plot like.
Yeah, it's not complex. I can see that, but
I don't necessarily think it should be complex. It's not so much that. It's just like there really was no story.
There was a little story.
Okay, so for example, he should he should come into this Pym Enterprises place.
Yeah.
Which was really a big deal.
Yeah.
And they did all those things.
Yeah.
But he could just have scrumped himself and put it in the pocket of Dr. Pym.
Or on her. I was thinking, why don't you be an ant on her breasts, for instance?
Exactly.
And then lots of people would be happy. He would be happy. The audience would be happy. At least half of them.
And we would have a really gigantic nipple,
yes.
and
a Facebook scary nipple.
Yes.
Whoa.
That would be so scary. Guys, I tell you. Yeah.
But I have to say, even if it's not a big story, I still like it. I still think it works.
Yeah.
And actually, I was juggling how many crooks would I give it for a while.
Me too.
And I was kind of being around 4.
Yes.
And then, and I'm not sure that I'm not still on 4, but the thing was, when he went into subatomic, something became even better for me. Because it added mystery. What takes it down a bit is that the mystery was quite short. But I think it's interesting that when he's in a space that he doesn't know anything about. I love the whole computer graphic place, the whole thingy with the fractals, and it becomes more like a kaleidoscope. And that feeling of mystery, it's vast, it's the unknowable, it's huge. And then what he does, as any regular mind will do, is I want to try to come back to what I know. So he has the little thing and puts it in the regulator, and boom, he comes back. I would have liked the mystery to grab him even more. That would have brought it even further, because I thought, this might take it to number 5.
Right.
But it didn't quite do that.
But I was thinking, actually, this kind of put some stuff in my head when I saw it. Stuff in my head.
What kind of stuff?
Like, it is amazing, like, to think about that in some weird way, the universe is just as big out there as it is in here. I mean, there is something around that, and like you can get, because it's infinite. You get smaller, infinite. There is no limit.
Yeah, that's also what happened. He just became smaller and smaller and smaller. Yeah. He didn't become subatomic into a specific size. He was just shrinking. Yeah. Oops. How does this work again? Yeah.
But, yeah, good.
The mystery thickens as we talk about it.
Yes. But I'm on a 4. I'm on a 4.
I think I'm on a 4 too.
Yeah.
Because it really works.
It really works.
It's very well put together. And I was also thinking, what would bring it to the next level?
story.
But, for instance, or for me, more mystery.
Yeah.
I would like it to. I mean, the cast is great. The dialogue is funny. It's it's got humor. It's got warmth, which I think is a real plus, because some of these thingies that we watch, their dialogue is a kind of tame, and this had warmth, and I think that is definitely a plus for me.
It's
but
true.
There is something that is so well put together. This whole industry. It's so clearly the Marvel industry, and what I think would move it even further for me is that if you question the outskirts of what you know as structure, like mystery, and go even further there and ask questions that we don't know how to answer, that would give me those extra corks, because for me that's still a hole, kind of.
Yeah, but I think that's good. I mean, I can live with that.
I can live with that too. And then it's a good 4.
And it's a good 4.
Well worth re-watching.
Yeah, and also I also liked that the heroine was not some kind of bimbo, but she was actually really a cool cousin.
Yeah, she was.
She was.
I like her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also
no teenage shit here.
No, it's true, and she had personality.
And
they were scared of her.
They were.
And that was kind of funny, because usually if you have one woman in a superhero movie, she has to have some kind of bimbo qualities.
And she had to be saved.
Yeah, and she was cool. This one was cool. I like that too.
And she actually, in this sense, it also opened up for new stories, because she kind of got the suit in there.
Yeah.
And then we have a pair, an ant pair.
It was funny when they were kissing in the end. The whole thing they did was like, what?
It was really funny.
That was very sweet.
Yeah.
It was very sweet. It's polished. And I think for me, I like it and I don't like it at the same time. There's something. No, like the whole Marvel industry setup, like I was talking about. So smooth. It's very well put together. It has warmth. It has all that stuff. And warmth is special, I have to say, but still it's so smooth, like a machine. And I like it when it breaks a little bit, and it didn't break. Breaks in a way that allows some kind of life or randomness to enter, and this was completely controlled, and I think for me that would give it a little bit extra.
I mean, I think what I need to see in the next Ant-Man movie, Ant-Woman movie, is kind of, I think it's...
a girl in the suit.
A girl in the suit, and somebody who have to be saved. It's good.
We all know that story.
No, what I really need is a bad guy who has some more depth.
Okay.
This I really need.
I agree.
And also some more idea about, like, I mean, like Bane in Batman. Like, there is really bad guys in the world who kind of are in a supernatural way, so that actually they don't really harm anybody, but they are just very bad. And I like that.
I like that too.
Yeah.
A really good bad guy.
A really good bad guy.
Because also that questions life and the cosmos as we know it.
It does.
And that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to be those rebels that question, and then you choose something that is morally right. But it's also something about, what am I choosing? Am I choosing something safe here or what?
Yeah, and there has to be a balance.
Of course you have to not be violent. That's
and there has to be a balance. I mean, when the hero stands between the choice of saving the whole world or the little girl on the railroad track, it's so difficult. But we know what's have to be done.
Yeah, but of course the hero would do both.
But we don't know yet.
Well, we can pretty much think.
But that's because we've seen so many Superman Zero movies.
But you can't miss that. You can't miss the girl for the world.
No, you cannot. You have to save her.
You have to also save her, but then he will find some ingenious way to save both the girl and the world.
Yes.
Okay.
4.
4.
Oh, that's 4.
Yes. Enough for today?
Yes, Ashika.
Alrighty.